Good morning, guys. Ugly Stick here. I believe today is day 95. Walking into Seiad Valley on this dirt road. And yeah, yesterday was a little rough with the snow. Did 31.8 to that campground. Soaked. I'm not going to complain or be negative because I'm going to eat, be fat and happy today, but I was like, I fell off a boat into a lake. That's how soaked I was. And not one drop of rain. Even the inside of my pack was soaked. As you seen, I had to dry it all out last night on the picnic table. So much overgrowth. But, you know, that's the first time I had to deal with that because of rain. Because down here they had the rain. I didn't get any of it because I was up top. So everything was soaked from that rain. It wasn't rain when I went through. So that's my first time ever going through overgrowth that was soaked. So I'm sure if that was 2 days ago when it was dry, just like all the other overgrowth, you just put your head down and walk through it, push through it. But I mean, I was soaked. My phone stopped working. I'm like, oh, that's fried. I had no place to put my phone. And I was so aggravated. All the way in the bottom of my pack in the pocket is where my Ziplocs were, and I wasn't about to tear my whole pack apart in the middle of an overgrown forest. So see that? That's what I walked through. That's not even a path. You just kind of just walked the easiest route. It wasn't as bad as that North Fork Feather River. And like I said, if it wasn't soaking wet, I probably could have just put my head down so I didn't lose my glasses and just push through. I think it was just bad for me. It's just because it was the end of the day. I mean, and it's only like the last 2 miles. That's like, I mean, you got 2.5 miles from your homes, just your home road here and stuff. It's not even blowdowns. The blowdowns are bad up top, but I'd rather blowdowns. I stayed dry. I was dry. I got out of that snow. I was like looking at my feet. I'm like, all right, my feet don't like to be wet. I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking, I wonder how long it'll take for these shoes to dry out. I was just dry. I got all the way down there after all that snow. I'm like, this is great. It's a nice walk right alongside the creek. Sounds good. And then boom, like 2.5 miles of just soaking wet. I'm not, like I said, I'm not bitching the PCT here, none of that. I think it's just because of the rain, because it was absolutely soaking wet, dripping wet. I mean, overgrowth is overgrowth. If you have to get on your hands and knees and crawl, then that's ridiculous. Like I said, I probably would have just, because I was gonna camp up that road, like 2 miles. I'm like, I don't need to. I just hiked freaking through all of that snow, and I woke up yesterday morning with that blizzard condition, so I jumped right back in my tent. I'm like, no. It was like 18 degrees out. Everything is frozen. I'm like, I gotta put frozen pants on. Nope, getting right back underneath that blanket. So I didn't get started until 6 a.m. yesterday, which is not like me. But when it's cold and everything's soaked, when you have to put frozen pants on your bare skin, you become a different person. It's one thing to be putting frozen socks on or soaking wet socks, because that's what I have on right now. All my stuff right now is soaked. But I do one layer at a time as I'm packing up my bag. So I put my sun hoodie on, Because I have camp clothes. It's the only thing that was dry was my camp clothes and my quilt. But I still laid that out. But my tent, that was soaked. Yeah, you put pants on your... Because I don't wear any underwear. So I pull those pants right up and they hit certain spots and you're like... Yeah... I'm gonna make a man out of you. Yeah, I put my sun hoodie on first, and then I'll put something in my bag as I'm like catching my breath. And then today, like, I got my soaking wet light heart on. Because this, even when it's wet, keeps me warm. This merino wool, this light heart. I mean, I think I paid $130 for it. Should actually wipe my ass too for that kind of money, but it does. It's wet right now, and it's nice and warm, and it's probably like 34, 35 degrees. I don't know what the weather is. I haven't had service in a while, so hopefully it's going to be a sunny day because I got a lot of stuff to dry out, and I want to wash clothes. And where I'm staying tonight is like a campground, so I'll be outside. I'm going to be at that cafe I hope they're open this Sunday. But they close at 2, so then I have to do laundry and dry all my stuff out. I'm going to do that pancake challenge. It's going to be fat and wobbly today. Today's a good day. Today's going to be a good day. The last couple of days were a little rough, but you know, that lady falling, hurting herself on that snow, and it's like, I've been posting like on these Facebook groups, like, yeah, everything's fine, but that, you know, I was being bullheaded with my own opinions when I would make those posts, like, just watch your steps and blah blah blah, and just be careful. Which, I mean, that should be with anything. Even right now, I should watch my step and be careful. So I was just being a pinhead. Until you actually see somebody slip, like I did 2 days ago, it changes everything. It changes the way you look at things. Like, that person was from Texas. They've never hiked on a cornice like that, ever. So, like, when people were saying, because I was starting to be like that, like, oh, you bunch of sissies just walked through it already. But once you see it, if these people don't have experience, it opens your eyes to, like, hey, you know, maybe I shouldn't be telling these people from Texas or Florida that never hiked on a cornice, you know, or up a sideways traverse. And people, I know the rule of thumb is start early when it's hard, blah, blah, blah. That only applies if you have crampons. Nobody has crampons right now. It's almost the 4th of July. Nobody's carrying crampons. If they are, it's because they're going over Forester Pass today. But up this far north, most of the people don't even have spikes. I'm like, you don't have spikes? Like, I have my spikes. Absolutely. And I have experience with snow. Did I wear my spikes at all yesterday? No, not one bit. Was it rough? Absolutely. I was following a gentleman. I can't remember his name. He was a logger from Oregon. And he lost. I watched following his boot tracks. And I should pull out my video that kind of stuff, but I'm on a sideways traverse in snow. And he lost his footing and went down into a log. Good thing the log was laying down and he was able to just keep his feet in front of him. That's what I was telling that lady. But again, when you're yelling at somebody, like when I wrestled all those years when I was a kid, I remember the coaches yelling at me to do all that. Put a half, and I block it all. I don't know. I can't hear nothing unless I'm making eye contact with you. It's like, but I was yelling at her, keep your feet front. Oh, she hit her ribs off the freaking pine tree. It was like a pack explosion. Poof! Water bottles flying everywhere. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I'm like, oh, she's dead. Oh no. And then the gentleman that was with them, he's trying to throw his pack off, and I'm like, whoa, hey, take it easy, calm down. I'm trying to calm the situation down. I'm trying to make sure she's alive. No sense of him jumping the hell down there because we had a glissade down. I'm like, let's see if she's even awake. That was scary. I'm like, oh no. But yeah, you slip. I know. I slipped in the northern Sierras. I had a video of it too. I even showed my track. I slid down and I fell into like a tree well on the hill yet. If that tree well wasn't there, I probably would have been dead or very seriously hurt. I just happened to... A tree well is like where you have a big pine tree and the snow melts around it like 3 or 4 feet. And I just got lucky and happened when I was falling down. Because once you slip and you don't have an ice axe, you just glissade and hope. Keep your feet in front of you and just hope that something stops you. That's the only thing you can do because you're not stopping without an ice axe. And at that point, once you get momentum, ice axe isn't working either. Your ice axe is only working your initial fall. As soon as your feet fall out, you have to stick that ice axe in fast and dig hard. Roll over on your side, put all your body weight onto that, and just let it stop you. But yeah. So I'm gonna make posts today on those Facebook groups about, if you don't have any experience, and I'm not talking about walking your dog in 3 inches of snow on the sidewalk. I'm talking like sideways traverse. Like, you probably shouldn't do those sections. I think it's 3 miles south of Etna is where the bad stuff is. And then that stuff that I did yesterday, it's not that was the stuff before Etna was a lot more dangerous than when I went through yesterday. But there was so much more. There was miles of snow yesterday I walked through. Lots. I almost felt like I was in the Sierras again. I actually had to use navigation and everything. Because with that fresh snow up there, any boot track that was in front of me was gone. And then once I found that gentleman's boot tracks, that was just the patchy stuff. So you'd walk 50 feet in snow and then you'd come off of it and you're in a trail, and you walk the trail for 100 feet and then you go back up on the snow for 50 feet. But anyway, I got off trail. But and I believe this is for everybody. I just think they just read this thing and they're like, nope, this is what we gotta do. When it's frozen, put your spikes on, it's better. No, it's not. It is not. Maybe it's because of me, because I got delicate little snowflake feet. Like, because when I kicked, that was early in the morning when that lady fell, and I had to kick those boot tracks in. My feet are still sore from doing it. But it was to save somebody. So I kicked my freaking little life off, kicking those boot tracks in with my spikes on. But when I went through yesterday, it was the afternoon, and I've said this from the get-go. I do better in the afternoon when it's slushy and melting. Because then I can use my heel and I can kick in. My heels don't hurt. It's when I use the sides, you have to kick it in the sides. It's so much easier to dig. For an example, take some sand, freeze it, try and dig a hole in it. Then let it thaw out for a whole day and it's just play sand. You can probably blow a hole in it with your breath. Yeah, you can dig as deep as you want. And the safest thing about a boot track is the deeper the better. And everybody, I ran into a girl yesterday, she bailed. Everybody was bailing on those sections. And I don't blame them. If you don't feel comfortable, bail, get out. But that was before I seen the lady fall, and I was like, oh, it should be fine now. You guys are bailing all the way back. Because that fishbowl is dangerous. When I climbed up that fishbowl at Kidder, I think it's Kidder Creek, that was dangerous. I went straight up over the ledge. I got tired of following people. I was getting lost. It was snowing, blizzard conditions. My phone was wet. I went right up over the top. And I felt comfortable and great because it was afternoon and I got my feet down. I was able to dig 6-7 inches. My feet didn't slip out once. And when I did that fishbowl climb, I did not have my spikes on. I did not. But when I walked on that cornice for that lady fell, that sucks for me. Crampons, yeah, you get down in there really deep with crampons. But with spikes, it's such a pain in the to kick any kind of hole in it. Like, see if this road right here was hard packed snow, this is what you would walk on because it's flat. That's just in case you're like, oop, your feet go off underneath and you fall on your ass. That's what spikes are for. Spikes are not for sideways traverse. They're not made to kick boot tracks in. They're just for traction on flat ground like this. When the snow's compacted, everybody tells me, they're like, yeah, you should camp before there and do that first thing in the morning. No, I want to do that when the sun's cooking it. Because my opinion with the snow is the more snow you get, the less post holing you have. So Southern Sierra's got like 3 feet of snow. I post hole at my little tail off. I got up to the Northern Sierras, they got 9 feet of snow. I post holed when I screwed up myself. And that is walking next to rocks or logs or blowdowns. Okay, on blacktop. But yeah. So I'm gonna make a post today and tell those people that if you don't have any kind of experience, and if you don't have experience and with a group, that's different. Let the people with experience go in front of you and kick the boot track in. And I was watching. I told the lady, I said, honey, I said, you're holding that trekking pole completely wrong. I says, your upper trekking pole is the one that's going to save you. Like if you have an ice axe, that's where your ice axe goes. And she has it strapped and not even holding on it. She has her bare hand like flat on that snow for like balance. I'm like, no, get lower on that trekking pole and you smash that in hard before you even pick up your foot. Like, I hope you guys all know that. Like 3 solid points of contact. Your lower trekking pole, that's just there because it looks pretty. The upper one, that's when you slip, that's holding you. Because think about it, because it happened to me. Your lower trekking pole is on the lower side of you on a sideways traverse. I don't care how hard you got that in there on a steep traverse. Guess what? If you slip, you're sliding right into that trekking pole and it's just blown right out. It's not holding your weight. Now, yeah, on a slight little baby angle, yeah. But, and she didn't listen to me. And they're from, I think, Switzerland. So it's like they get snow over there. You should know better. Maybe they don't have to do sideways traverses, but I'm like, lower. I'm like, you don't have an ice axe. Lower that trekking pole. And she was second line, so she had time. I'm like, and you smash that. You smash that in there good. That's your upper, that's what the one that holds you when you fall. When you slip, that's gonna hold you. And it's just dragging. I told her twice, I'm like, I'm not telling her again. I'm not her father. Yeah. I know people are uncomfortable with certain things like that, but yes, listen to me, trust me. Your upper trekking pole is where your ice axe goes. If you don't have an ice axe, that's the important one. I'm babbling here forever. It's like 18 minutes. But, all right, when I get into Seiad Valley, I'll show you more. Sorry for babbling. I just get babbling here. It's a boring walk. I'm put some music on. And I'll see you in a little while. Hey, everybody. I made the 6.5 miles. Seiad Valley. Look at these mountains. I would love to live in a valley like this. Have mountains like that. It's gorgeous. But look at the sun is out. It feels so good. I'm drying my clothes. Hi. I'll talk to you later. I made it. They're closed. Another hour, so maybe I'm gonna go up to the RV park. Hey everybody. I'm here at the, I don't know what it's called, the RV park maybe? In Seiad Valley. Good place, cheap, 15 bucks, pitch your tent. Everything's out there drying out. I'm relaxing. They have recliners on the porch. Showers, laundry. I did the pancake challenge. I got smoked. I only got 2 pounds in. Yeah. But I am relaxing. Oh, this mustache, I can't wait to trim it. But 6.5 mile day today. So obviously pretty much a 0. But that won't affect my challenge for the week. I have tomorrow left because I started last Tuesday for recall. So I have 35.1 miles to do tomorrow. And then I beat my challenge, get into the state of Oregon. So this time tomorrow night, it's only 4 o'clock. So tomorrow night, I will be celebrating at the border. And my buddies Snake and Dreamer that I've been kind of flip-flopping with for the past 2.5 weeks maybe. They're here and they left today, so I'm hoping that they I'm hoping if they get like a good 16, 17 mile day in today, that they could be there for me when we all get to the border. Well, I'm taking Fireball, yeah, carrying it. But let me show you the porch area. I'm reclining here, relaxing. There's the road. Look at the size of that beautiful tree. Gorgeous. But yeah, that's the plan. Oregon tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's like Christmas Eve for me. It's Oregon Eve. So I have to do a resupply later on. I walk down into town here and go to bed early. I'm exhausted. Those pancakes whooped me because it was only a 6.5 mile day. But all right, I'll talk to you guys either later today or in the morning. We'll see what happens.